As you know, we have two different style or types of table setup. We have a la carte, which is simple, and we have table d'hôte. But in this session, we are going to see how we can set a la carte setup. But before doing everything, as we started to say, we have to mind about the safety of our guest, our patron. And of course, I invite you to follow and to take note. Okay. Already, before I came here, I washed my hand. But here, I provided a sanitizer. Which one will help me to sanitize my hand, because I'll be handling equipment here that you see in front of me. Good. And if I try to remind you, when you are washing your hand, please use a clean running water with soap and rinse about 45 seconds up to 60 seconds or 1 minute, so that you can be sure that your hands are clean. Good. For a la carte, we have equipment to use in order to set the table. So we need to have guest napkin. Guest napkin in good shape, and the good napkin should measure like 50 by 50 centimeter. Good. And then we need to have a glass, which is water goblet. We need to have or to set a table knife. Here we have table fork or dinner fork, and then we can use dessert fork and dessert spoon. Good. How do we change cutlery, or when can we change a table setting? Cutlery is changing according to the menu ordered. Let us say, as the a la carte setup is simple, if you remember about fork and knife, we use these ones. We use dinner or table knife and table or dinner fork. Okay, let us take an example, because when we set a la carte setup, we don't know what the customer or the guest will order. So if the guest order like a beef steak, beef fillet, what can you do, class? I think you have to mind about changing the cutlery according to what the customer or the guest ordered. So here we have a different knife to the first one, which is table knife. This is called steak knife. If you can see, there is a big difference here. There is a big difference. For the steak knife is very, very sharp, because it has to cut the steak. But this, it doesn't need the sharpness as steak knife. So reason why you have to adjust. We call it cutlery adjustment. We adjust by changing the knife. And let us see if a guest order for fish fillet, like tilapia fillet. It's a boneless white meat, a boneless fish. When a guest order for a fish fillet, you need to adjust cutlery. So you change the table knife and you put a fish knife. You can see even the shape are different. Of course, the fish knife goes together with fish fork. And the slight difference between the dinner fork and fish fork is that you can see here the design is different. Here at this part, the design is different. I don't know if you can see it, but this is straight, but here there is something which is showing that it's a fish fork. And of course, it depends on designs, because there are also other fish fork which has this part goes down here in the center. Good. So you have also to mind about obeying what we call symmetry when you are setting tables. That means you have to align correctly the cutlery. So that point we shall see it when we shall be doing a real setup. Okay, so for the next step, we are going then to set our a la carte table. Thank you.